don't have anything to say about Diddy either, to be honest with you. He's in jail too. Well, he's about to be in jail.
You remember what you said to me last night about Diddy?
No, what I said?
When the songs came on?
Oh, yeah.
Diddy's music came on at an event we were at yesterday, and this man said he ain't canceled.
I think whatever they do makes me visualize them in their music, and I say, oh, you're corny. It's like when rappers talk about shooting people and killing each other. It's like, but you're not. Like, shut up.
Until they do.
I mean, until that happens, but until then, I'm just like, you niggas sound dumb. So, like, when that happens, when it's like, when you're saying things and operating a certain type of way, and it's supposed to be like your real life, then I'm like, all right, whatever, dog. What?
Point I'm saying is, if you are great, I measure you by the accounts and what you've done in the past. So I'm measuring you by your own standards. If you say you are the GOAT, if you say you are the best and the greatest Afrobeat artist, prove it. And what I'm saying is that I'm telling you, his rollout is because of his personality hasn't been reaching.
No parking on Sunday.
God, it's hot as shit in here, dog. What the fuck?
We got all them clothes on.
Son, I'm sweating like shit.
Why take the jacket off?
Nigga, this shit's for style. Say something smart. I fucking triple dog dare you.
Got nothing to say.
Can I intro this shit?
Yeah, get it going. Let's go.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to No Parking on Sundays. It's your boy, Eddie Midnight, and I'm here with my friend, Jay. Anyway,
thanks for being here.
The reason I'm doing that intro like that, because this nigga was hating on my last intro when we first started, and he was basically saying I have no enthusiasm, so hopefully...
He sounded like he's trying to get this shit over with.
The sun is down, night is cold.
Oh my God.
You don't know nothing about that.
I don't. Is that Weeknd?
No, that's Drake from...
Definitely don't know it.
Travis Scott joint. You're not team Kendrick still, are you?
I mean, I'm team good music.
I'm over you. Like, I don't want to hear nothing. Let's get to Anyway, welcome to the summer episodes. It's going to be a lot different. Hopefully, we're not going to be outside as much, dealing with hangovers and whatnot.
Man, we better get this summer started. I don't know what he's talking about.
Honestly,
he's about to be in the house.
He's been outside. I've been living outside. I've been living through you, though. I'm not going to front. Rooftops, all that shit is happening. Everybody just be careful out in D.C. I don't know. I've been enjoying it, but one thing I keep seeing is the dialogue about how D.C. parties right now, especially on TikTok, which is where I get all my news from. They're talking about how like D.C. going out is pretty much overrated because the men are quote unquote sassy. Then they're saying that the drinks are too expensive. Then they're saying it's dangerous, and it just makes it seem like everything about DC is like not worth going out.
Tell all the niggas that's over here talking to shut the hell up and stay in the house. Unless people just having fun, be outside. You're like, what are y'all talking about? Like,
stop going to 12 stores. Is they charging y'all $19 for fucking lemon drops? Well, like that shit's crazy.
No, I ain't gonna hold you.
There's other places to go.
Yeah, but I ain't gonna hold you. 12 stores is a vibe, but the drinks are mad expensive in 12 stores.
For no reason.
Like,
they're not strong either. So it's like, what?
No, they get you there. They get you there.
Hell, not for $19. Nigga, I need to.
I mean, they're not $19 either. They're more like 30, but.
That's even worse.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, I can tell you haven't been there in a while. But that's really what I was getting
Last time I was there was for a networking event.
Yeah, like, I mean, 12 stores is mad expensive. That's for sure. But it's a good time, usually. The views is good. That's what you're paying for. You're paying for the ambiance. But beyond that, I mean, like, this year, I feel like DC, I think I said this in one of the previous pods, DC's turned into one of them cities where, like, it's like all the creators or whoever, or these party promoters, they've banded together and say, you know what? Fuck the establishments throwing the events. We're going to create the vibes. So like the people like Sold Out Dates, the people that do New Percent, the people that do whoever Leland be with, DJ Leland and shit, be with.
And his first name like that, Leland.
I mean, that's what he go by. He don't got no like, I mean, I know the nigga from Apple, but whatever. Okay. Point is that there's a lot of good like events and things you can go to in spaces. And as a matter of fact, if y'all are looking for things to do, the Posh app is like really clutch. You can pick some free events.
Don't promote nobody in this bitch unless they're giving us money.
Well, it's not a person; it's an application.
Yeah, but don't worry about that app, y'all.
Anyway,
no free.
Yeah, if y'all looking for some fun, socializing events, that's a good place to look.
Just tell them to follow you; they'll know. You got all the moves, man.
I don't post it on my like what?
Hey, I hit this man up on a Saturday or it was a Thursday. Like, yo, what's the move? This man said, "I'm at dinner with my friends." What the fuck? Who the hell are you? I'm at dinner with my friends. Like, all right, dog,
Listen,
I'm done. I'm not even asking.
It was a good little sophisticated time.
Nigga hit me with I'm with my friends. Oh, all right.
You know what's funny about me writing that? It was like, I don't know how else to tell this nigga, like, I'm busy, leave me alone, stop texting me.
I'm over here like, I'm outside, I'm free.
And I'm like, nigga,
nah,
I'm in
dog.
motherfucking Virginia and shit.
Nah.
But either way, this is gonna be a good summer. And also, like, one last thing, because outside is nice. If y'all don't want to spend a rack of money, go to dinner with your friends that you like and get drunk at the dinner table. Like, I know this ain't like news.
That's a good pregame. I think before y'all pulled up to that one fight that one time, that's what y'all did.
Yeah.
When we was at the watch bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need a lot of moves like that, so it's definitely cool like that.
It's more chill.
But I also, shout out to all the people that are outside, and that isn't like really just judging the outside based off of what's on social media, because everybody else is outside and enjoying themselves. If you're going out there expecting to fall in love, that's your business. So I'm watching the dialogue, but honestly, DC's a vibe. I wouldn't change it for anything. Even if I'm not outside, I'm still living vicariously through the ones that are out and about. But anyways, oh yeah, stop going to the bullpen too, y'all. It's like,
What? Why?
because people keep talking about how it's
Just go. Don't listen to them. We just said don't listen to the algorithm.
You're right. That's my fault. I'm just speaking as a civilian. You're right. Speaking of civilians, and I wanted to talk quickly about some quick hits. Tory Lanez was found to have been stabbed 14 times in jail.
Was found to be stabbed. He was stabbed 14 times in jail.
Was he found? I mean, because, let's be real though. We don't know who's in control of his social media because they're the ones putting out these reports. There's no way in hell you have 2 collapsed lungs and you're up tweeting and texting and talking. That doesn't make sense.
Hold on. Hold on. You don't actually think that?
No, they said he's coherent. That's
yeah, but you don't think that he's tweeting and writing to you?
I don't know.
He's not.
His lawyer. I don't know.
He's not.
He has other things that have gone viral since he's been in the hospital. Supposedly, regardless, they said that he's up and about, and that sounds ludicrous for 14 stabbings. That's just crazy with 2 collapsed lungs. That's somebody capping.
I mean, if he's coherent, being coherent and up and moving around are 2 different things.
I mean, all right, whatever they want to say. They said he's talking.
Yeah, I mean, anyway, all right.
2 collapsed lungs, my guy, with 14 stab wounds?
Him talking doesn't mean us like this. They're basically saying that he's able to verbalize. That's what they're letting you know, that he's like coherent, and that's the point.
That's how you took it. I didn't take it that way.
That's
the way
what
his
mean.
lawyer was speaking was like, this nigga is like, he's full of life. All right, whatever. Anyway, there has been a little bit of controversy, though, because a lot of fans of Megan Thee Stallion have supposedly been putting money on the books of the gentleman who did stab Tory Lanez, and people have felt some sort of way about that. And of course, there is this representative from someplace who's now saying that there's ring cam footage that basically proves that Tory is innocent. It's just a lot of weird noise coming from all sides. And I think personally for me, I'm kind of over it, and I've been trying to get out this group chat, but somehow they keep adding me back in. And I'm kind of over the conversation because everybody got evidence but Tory's fucking lawyer. So it's kind of annoying at this point. Like, everybody write a book, do a documentary, call it a day, do your time and shut the fuck up. I don't know why you're getting stabbed. Like, you're 5'5". What are you doing in jail? Beefing with the Mexicans. Shit don't make no sense. What about you? What are your thoughts?
I don't have any.
Quick hits.
I don't got no thoughts around it.
Go to the next one.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think we're talking about Diddy. I don't have anything to talk about Diddy either, to be honest with you. He's in jail too. Well, he's about to be in jail.
You remember what you said to me last night about Diddy?
No, what I said?
When the songs came on?
Oh, yeah. Listen, we're not going to turn Diddy music on. I ain't going to hold you.
Diddy's music came on at an event we were at yesterday, and this man said he ain't canceled.
Nah, I ain't canceled.
Free this nigga.
I ain't canceled. Listen, I think this is the thing. Like, I mean, kudos to the people that can separate the art from the person. Kudos to y'all. That can't separate it. My bad. Shout out to y'all being able to cancel. I'm not doing that. Like, that nigga can go in jail. I don't give a shit about none of these people's personal. I'm not invested in that way like y'all are. Like, I wish. Matter of fact, I'm gonna wrap this up by saying I wish it was like the early 90s, 2000s and shit like that, where like being a celebrity was like mysterious, or like it was like this far lofty person that you never can like run into. We got too much connections with these people. Like, I don't know these niggas. What do you mean?
I don't know about the connections.
What do you mean? Like, that's how they sell product. Why do you think Beyonce products don't sell? Because
they don't sell?
Yeah, because they don't feel connected to her.
Oh, and
that's
Rihanna's does because
they feel connected to her.
Oh wow, look at you.
I'm sorry you didn't get that because you know.
I mean,
everything.
I got that, but I actually didn't think about that.
Yeah, that's why they're on social
It's not
media.
something I think about
why do you think
often, but yes,
all that
right.
stuff like that's what we live in.
She has a lot of things that don't sell because she puts her name on it. Niggas don't fuck with it.
She just got good. Like the sacred hair care stuff finally worked out apparently because they say her drops work supposedly. I don't know.
What is that? Is that like weed?
No, it's hair. It's like shampoos, hair oils, shit like that.
Oh, okay, like essentials for hair.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
So
I didn't know she had that.
Yeah, so that was like a big thing. People were on the internet showing her edges grow back.
Last thing I heard was the collabo with the Levi's.
Nah. So yeah. But anyway, I still have to say that like I don't want to know these people. Don't care about none of their personal life. So I just want the product. Sell me the product.
So you think you can separate the music and shenanigans from the person? Is there anything that somebody can do that you'd be like, I can't listen to this nigga anymore?
I think when whatever they do makes me visualize them in their music and I say, oh, you're corny. It's like when rappers talk about shooting people and killing each other. It's like, but you're not. Like, shut up.
Until they do.
I mean, until that happens, but until then, I'm just like, you niggas sound dumb. So like when that happens, when it's like, when you're saying things and operating a certain type of way, and it's supposed to be like your real life, then I'm like, all right, whatever, dog. But outside of that, like I don't care about none of these people. Even like Lil Baby's album, for instance, everybody said that junk sucked, right?
It was terrible,
but
in my opinion.
It doesn't make a difference to me because I don't go to Lil Baby for that shit. I go to him to play music that it's all beats and a few little punchlines, riding around the car. You can hear it in the club, but I'm not playing that shit in my house. Remember when Kanye said he don't listen to rap in his house? I ain't go that far, but what was we listening to today? What was I playing? The Isley Brothers. Yeah.
He was in a mood, I guess.
No, I told Alexa to play it and it knew what to play.
Alexa be bullshitting. But no, I definitely do agree though. The Diddy stuff, sometimes I can separate some stuff from him, but I think what is happening is that the media is just kind of telling a different story than what's happening in court. So everybody's just sort of confused and they don't know what's really being said and told and what's the truth. So at this point, it's another situation where I feel like remove me from the group chat till this trial is actually over, because so far, just as a civilian, quote unquote, just kind of looking in, they haven't proved that he did anything except for beat the shit out of that girl. And that's not even what he's on trial for. And that's not what he's on trial for. So I definitely know like domestic violence, but outside of that, the trafficking, the RICO or whatever, honestly, his case is just all over the place. So it's just like, at this point, I've kind of lost interest. I do think there is some bigger picture of what's going on and why it's such a big deal. But that's, something I'll keep to myself outside of that. Yeah. But as far as quick hits and other stuff that's going on. Good. I have a Drake thing. Go. Yeah, that was a Drake thing I was going to say. Well, what were you going to say? I was going to talk about the Stream University. He did the commencement speech. Oh, okay. Yeah. So anyway, I just want to say shout out to Cassie and his team. I'm not a streamer person. I don't watch streams. I watch the clips though, and I do appreciate the fact that this young black guy is giving space to a younger generation or a whole different generation of people of a different avenue to make money, giving props to those smaller creators who are streamers and up-and-comer dudes and girls to be able to like show off their platform, whatever they go viral for and all those things. Giving them that opportunity is really dope from one of the top streamers in the world. So I say shout out to him because the Streaming University stuff is creative and very funny. And I don't watch any streams, but just watching DDG and his shenanigans, them paying quote unquote respect to the OGs like India Love and a few others, even them doing classes. I saw this guy named Agent. He's like doing classes where he's teaching them pocket watching 101, but he's basically talking about how to keep the streaming money.
Able to transition that to streaming. He took that TikTok audience, as we were talking about, and he was able to transition it into streaming. And then he was able to take that streaming audience and transition that to the YouTube. He uploads every day, 600K, 800K, 600K. He's crushing it. If he's not making like $1 million a month, I don't know who the fuck is, bro. But you wouldn't think it though, because sometimes he's not in drama all the time. If you don't watch a lot of gaming content, if you're a gamer and you're not watching what Queso's doing, you're not trying. I mean that with the bottom of my heart. He is operating at such a high level and he does it so genuinely, bro. I watch his streams all the time, sometimes to learn, sometimes because he's hilarious. I also want to say something that's kind of important here. And it's something that a lot of people wouldn't consider a science, but it's his face card. Do you see the thumbnails? Yes. You could spot this nigga face from anywhere.
The streaming money and like how to boost up your shit. I'm like, he's really taking it serious. Like,
so I watch them niggas. So Josh put me on. So I've been watching AMP for like the last few years. AMP is with Kai Cenat.
What is AMP? It's
the group. It's like it's like the whatever they're called. Their group. So it's Kai Cenat, Duke Dennis.
Like we call Young Money Cash Money.
Yeah. Duke Dennis, Agent. I think Phantom's gone now. They got Chris. Chris is actually from PG. And then
there's always somebody.
And there's another nigga. I can't remember his name. But it doesn't matter. Can't remember his name. But point is, like them young niggas, they've been getting it for a while now. Like
they get money.
They was renting houses like in Atlanta, doing like crazy shit in the house. But Agent actually is.
He's from Canada. He's the only one from Canada, supposedly.
I don't know. But what I was gonna say is that everyone talks about how rich Kai Cenat is.
Agent got bread.
Agent's the richest one out of all of them.
It makes sense because he said something on one of his classes out. He spent, I think, like $30,000 on a camera setup, and he's like, he realized like he bought a new house just to see how he feels in it.
Yeah,
and
I mean, did you see the Ferrari he has? I think it's a Ferrari or a McLaren. I can't remember. But he has like a supercar.
His
and he just dropped it, 1.2 or some shit like that.
He was able to break down like how much DDG makes from his streams, how that revenue is.
Yeah, I saw that.
It was like he was really breaking it down. So anyway, shout out to Cassie for giving everybody all those opportunities and the platform. I think what he's doing is definitely legendary. And I think maybe streaming, I mean, Drake during the commencement speech, which is what I was bringing up, talked about how podcasts are falling off, which I think is a shot to like, you know who. But I think he was saying that streaming is now the new avenue. And I kind of see that with a lot of albums. A lot of people now promoting their albums through streamers rather than going to the old guard, which is like radio or doing an interview with Zach Lowe or, you know, Ebram or whatever that guy's called.
Ebro is cooked. Ebro's cooked. Zane Lowe, he can say that all he wants.
Wilson is cooked too.
Elliot
Wilson.
But I was gonna say with Zane Lowe, he can say all he wants, but like if you see somebody say that they did an interview with Zane Lowe, you're gonna watch it. So
I don't watch a lot of them.
You want to watch it based on who you care about.
Yes, for sure.
Exactly. That's how it works.
But his interview style is very like generic white boy.
Yeah, but it works, and he's got a household name because of whatever he does. Works.
He's on the middle. As soon as you log into fucking Apple, his face is there. So I mean,
I don't. Anyway,
and if you listen to the hip hop playlist long enough, it literally is right there at the bottom of it.
Well, as a person that doesn't use Apple, I use Tidal. I don't see that.
Oh,
so
I use Tidal.
Yeah, so. I think what you're saying sounds good, but I think there's a bunch of people that don't. But anyway, the point I'm making is that like Drake made that comment to take a shot at Joe Biden, but the reality is that like we've seen in society, first it's radio, then they move to the next thing. So like wherever a person can get their shit off, they're gonna go there, and that's just how the algorithm works. Like Coco even said it. She was like, "Oh no, that's just for promo." When she was talking to
Coco, Coco Jones.
When she was like, "That's just for promo,"
because she was using
though.
That was low key low.
I mean, it was true though.
That wasn't cool that she said that.
Who cares? It's the truth.
This man is on live, y'all. It's for promo. It's for promo.
Coco.
Huh?
I get your mic.
Oh yeah.
Thank you. They kept saying, "Oh my God, her voice." I'm wondering like what they told me. They like, "Oh, she got the mic."
Right? Like it. That's why she was on Untitled, because she's there for promo. She was on Angie Martinez, and they were like playing a game, and she was like, "Would you do a song with a person even if you didn't care about that person?" And she was like,
sense, yes.
And she was like, "Well, who's the person?" So same concept. It's the same thing for the streamers.
Okay, that makes sense.
But I was gonna say shout out to Drake because I heard your fragrance smells good, so I'm gonna go check it out.
That's a woody smell. I'm very sure he has.
It's
that,
vanilla.
And he also has the candles too.
Yeah, it's a whole set.
It's a whole set.
I'm not getting his candles.
I might fuck with it. But I think that's pretty much it for
Summer
quick
Mink,
hits.
I think.
You said what?
I think it's called Summer Mink. Yeah, Summer Mink. That's what it's called.
Hey, that might be the summer fragrance. Speaking of summer music, though, do not sleep on Honestly Nevermind for your summer playlist. That's all I'm gonna say.
Shout out to Flights Booked and Massive.
Who's that?
Oh, Jesus.
Well, what's that?
Y'all know, right?
Them niggas don't know.
They know.
Shit. That's what we're here for. Put them on.
I thought you knew because you said don't. You just said Honestly Nevermind and I named 2 tracks off of it.
Oh.
Flights Booked and Massive are all the tracks I was co-signing.
I don't remember. I don't remember the names of the damn songs.
When y'all watch this podcast and y'all be in the comment section and y'all think that I'm the crazy person, I be locked in.
He
I be locked in.
This nigga, he was hating on the album. So
Yeah,
all of a sudden
but I
he
just
knows the
named
names. Ugh.
I mean, I thought you was locked in.
I was, but speaking of people who need to lock in, shout out to Burna Boy, my nigga. You have 4 singles in a whole year, and not a single one of them motherfuckers did anything.
Shout out to Burna Boy's biggest hater. That nigga waiting for Burna Boy's fall off.
Burna, come
You've
face
been
the
waiting.
front. Come to the front of the class, my guy. So the thing about Burna Boy that's funny is that as much as he articulates so well on his lives and things, he still has a way of putting pie on his face whenever he talks about how good and how great of an Afrobeat artist he is. But I think people's personalities are now, I mean, his personality now is rubbing off on people, and they're seeing beyond the music. And I think that's why his latest singles aren't hitting. I think people are over his shenanigans, like him doing the whole fake rollout with what's her name, Chloe Bailey.
Mm-hmm. He dropped a song with her?
He dropped a song with her, and he was also on a song with her. So they both like did a whatever. That whole mess was weird. I don't know. It's just like Burna put out a joint now with Travis Scott. Nobody's listened to it. I haven't heard it anywhere.
But it isn't that like 3 days ago, though.
Like I said, this is his 4th single from this album that's supposedly coming out. And he's speaking about how great of an Afrobeat artist he is and how he's the top 3, big 3. He's the greatest of all time. And I've always felt that he wasn't, like, the work he's putting in and what and the way he goes about it, he acts like these other niggas don't exist, and I got over it. And I'm looking at the way his singles, he had Update, he had Bundle by Bundle, he had Sweet Love. You know, it's just like you did all of that, and all you did was basically hop on a remix for La Ho. He didn't even kill that remix. So it's just like, to me, I'm watching the decline of Burna Boy right now.
I thought
if I'm boring, you just tell me.
So I actually was doing some research while you're talking, right? So what you heard, which I thought I muted before I went on here, was the intro. Looked up Burna Boy's tracks. So you say that, right? But in 3 days, he has 1.7 million views, and I don't know that what you're saying is true. I think you just, I mean, we'll see what happens, but I mean, based on like what I'm seeing on here.
Have you heard a Burna Boy song that has been a summer anthem yet?
No,
right now, only songs we're hearing is La Ho, and we're hearing Rima. And then Davido's new album. Speaking of people,
I haven't heard that either.
I've heard Davido's album everywhere. Davido is actually putting in work. That is somebody who's like actually going to the fans, talking to people, doing interviews, using his Snapchat and all his resources. And he doesn't act, even though this guy's dad's a millionaire, he don't act like he is the biggest, bestest. This guy acts like he's a very humble dude, even though he has all these allegations and silly little shenanigans that happen to him. He's very humble in the way he approaches things, unlike his peers like Burna Boy, who disrespects American culture once in a while, says little things, and then samples their music for his best hits. Then we have someone like Wizkid, who just canceled his 2nd tour in a row. And it's like Wizkid is acting like he's Beyonce. You're dropping tour dates and shit, but you're not even advertising it. You're not doing anything to promote it. Whereas we have Davido, who's on the Breakfast Club, who's doing various interviews on podcasts, doing TikTok dances, and then on his own IG story, he's promoting what days and where he'll be.
So, a question: don't you think that might be because that Davido is a little more American?
Americanized, and you're trying to sell to the American. If you're trying to be someone who's trying to cross over, at some point you need to play the game. And I don't think like what works in Africa might not work here. And by now, I would think that these guys who quote unquote call themselves the greatest, you canceled 1 tour already. And for you to cancel 2 in a row, your team and you are dropping the ball. And if you are going about that way, Wizkid, I think you guys need to go back to the drawing board ASAP, because there's no way that you should be canceling tours and you're the big. He's the GOAT. There's no way the GOAT should be doing that. Whereas we have other people who are like Rima is saying he's one of the big 3 because he's putting in the work to cross over.
Yeah, and but I think the reason I asked that question though is, don't you think that the reason that's happening is partly because where those people were Davido's big. Let's just call it what it is. I'm not gonna.
He is, but
I'm not gonna.
Some of his peers don't.
No, hold on. Let me finish out. Right? Yeah, for sure. They don't. We know they don't like them. 3 of them niggas don't like him. It's him against them, right?
Yes.
We know that for sure. We know that.
The world right
we
now.
know that, right? But I think the caveat here is that one, I don't think people know Davido songs when they hear it in the radio, when they hear it out. Maybe you know. Let me finish my thought. I can almost bet money that like when we're out like in like a lounge or a club setting and they play his music, I bet you they don't know it's him. That's his music, right? And I can bet you that when they play a Burna Boy or Wizkid song, they know it's him. So the point that I'm making here is I'm not talking about like their stardom. I think the difference is that both Wizkid and Burna Boy have gotten so big where like they're like everyone knows them. Everyone knows Davido like to some extent, but if you play a song by him, I don't think that people actually know it's him.
Maybe not, but I think he has.
So that's why they're still working.
I don't know. I can't. I don't know. I don't know how to answer that question because I think that if you listen to Afro beats, you would know exactly who you're listening to. To the average listener, maybe those people that only listen to Essence when like Wizkid really blew up and he's blown up before, but that was a huge song. I mean, like so maybe to the average listener who's not into Afro beats, maybe. Yeah, but that's more of those people though. I still don't think that's a reason for you as Wizkid to have 2 canceled tours, bro. That is crazy. I mean, for sure. You're not promoting your own tour, bro. You're lazy. That's what it looks like. Maybe. You're lazy. And then Burna Boy, you only rely on remixes. And you hop on songs that are already hot. So do something that isn't already hot, make it hot. And then come up with a hit that's not using an American sample song. I mean, shout out to Rima who did this joint with Sade, but he was able to still make other shit outside of that. So I'm just watching Burna Boy trying to find something that hits, and it doesn't look like it is. And I think that's because of his personality more so than his music. So a couple things, because I looked at it while you were talking, right? So Wizkid's tour is actually not canceled. It's only 4 dates. Okay. It's only 4 dates is canceled. That's one. 2, what you are right about is that his tour that he's on for this album, never heard it. Nobody's heard it. No, for sure. But let me finish that thought. So I'm not really like necessarily think you're wrong, but I think the take that you're saying where they need to like put in the work and work harder. I think the reason they are where they are and you feel the way they are is because they are big and they are where they are. Like Burna Boy and Wizkid, more Burna Boy than Wizkid, for real. He's had multiple albums that did lots of success. Like he's had big tours. You're talking about then. I'm talking about now, bro. But this is one album though. Like even the album before this one, right? You understand this rollout is almost a whole year long? No, it's not. It's not. But it's not though. Burna Boy's album is not a full year long. This new song, like I'm looking at it, like it's not. All right. It's like we're like on less than 6 months in for this new album. It's about 6 months. Yes, he's been rolling this album out for about 6 months. And not a hit yet. All right. That's all I'm saying. We can agree to disagree. I don't think it was. I mean, you just told the people it's been out for a year, and I just told you it's been less than 6 months. You just said 6 months. You know what I mean. Of course it's not a year. But I'm saying 8 months to me is a year. But it's not. We're not even at 6 months yet. What I'm saying to you, what I'm trying to say to you, and like in discussion, I'm saying to you is that give us some time. And I also think that what you're saying isn't necessarily wrong, but I also think that they are that big. Like we need somebody. They need multiple. Yeah, but like it's not like he's had multiple albums. Burna has had multiple albums be like this. If you're hold on, give me a second. Shit. And then you have one moment where it goes like this. Yeah. That's not a fall off. So when that's normal. All right. So when LeBron has been consistent all throughout his career, but then in the game of playoff he fucks up, do we not talk about it and bring it up and now put a microphone? The difference is we don't say he fell off, Edwin. There's a big difference. No, we don't. No one's ever said LeBron's fall off. Some people do say he falls off. Idiots say that. Like we're smarter than that. He doesn't fall off. Definitely say he falls off. The point I'm saying is if you are great, I measure you by the accounts and what you've done in the past. So I'm measuring you by your own standards. If you say you are the GOAT, if you say you are the best and the greatest Afrobeat artist, prove it. And what I'm saying is that I'm telling you his rollout is because of his personality hasn't been reaching. You can disagree or you can say that this is one album and we should wait. But we'll come back to this take later when the album actually drops, if it does or when it does. But either way, the point I was making was that the guy's tour is not canceled. Wizkid's tour is not canceled. We'll see. because
you're right.
So
We'll see.
so what
We have more
happened
dates.
was that reports already came out that he's been canceling tour. This is what happened last year when he canceled his last tour.
Mm-hmm.
It was like dates where every time a date will come up, it's canceled. So yes, it's 4 dates, but at the next date comes, it's canceled. So yeah, you can keep saying it's not canceled, but what happens is as the date continues to get closer, it cancels. Then cancels. That's what he did all last year. But I'll go on to the next joint anyways. I don't want to go back and forth. This was supposed to actually be a quick hit though. Chris Brown went to jail in the UK, so free Chris Breezy. That's all I'm gonna say.
Man, who gives a shit what happens to Chris Brown at this point?
Why?
The nigga makes stupid decisions. Like, what do we care for?
I mean, it's not his fault.
Yes, it is. He
This
went
is something that happened in 2023.
Yeah, but he also did get arrested. Like, that's dumb. Like, why would you go somewhere where you know that you could potentially get arrested?
I don't think he knew. That's
He
the
had
point.
to have known. He knew he threw the ball at the nigga's head. Like, come on. Like, why do we do this? Like, I say on
I mean,
podcast
if I
after
got away-
podcast,
if I got
we
away with
have
it.
to be smarter people. We have to be smarter people. Like, we can't be dumb.
What
Like,
do they always say about every criminal? You do
Jesus.
come back to the scene of the crime.
Like, what?
So I think Chris,
Like, who
Chris was
gives
doing
a
what he was
shit?
supposed to do. I mean, the thing was, whoever he deals with was definitely supposed to keep him a heads up. Like his people were supposed to have.
give him a
that
heads up. He
situation.
threw the bottle. You gave the heads up. Like, what are we talking about here?
Holy shit!
Like, what is happening here? Listen, if Breezy Bowl happens in August or whenever it is, I'm gonna go. But if it
wanna
don't
go to
happen,
Broccoli
don't
Fest
care.
for it.
It's not. Is it Broccoli Fest?
That's part of Broccoli Fest, I think.
I think they're teaming. Yeah. I think it's just gonna be him for real, and he gonna have like special guests. And the only reason I even want to go to Breezy Bowl
trying to like boycott it.
is because his last tour did so well.
It was vicious
And
when he went to South Africa and shit. It
No, well maybe I don't know, but it was just a world tour.
was a world tour, yeah.
Yeah, but point is, everyone said that shit was great, and I ain't get to go. So I'm like, shit, let me go.
This is not a quick hit, but I'm not well versed in this. But shout out to Ab-Soul, Big Sean, and Bad Boy. What is his name? Joey Badass.
Yeah.
They had a vicious ass freestyle. It was about 6-7 minutes long, and they basically went back and forth. Big Sean once again shines, but unfortunately he gets outshinned by another kind of big controversy that's going on. And he always seems to get blindsided on his own tracks, which is so funny. This is like third time in a row where he got outshined. So basically, Ab-Soul and Joey Badass go back and forth on the West Coast, East Coast battle shit that they're doing about TDEast, all of that. And man, I just want to say shout out to Joey Badass for doing these diss tracks to the West Coast and just letting them know that East stands strong when it comes to that music, especially representing for New York, because I feel like New York rap, as much as we know it's the mecca of rap, they haven't had an artist since Pop Smoke who's really like done much lately. I honestly don't. Nobody on the East Coast or nobody from New York right now is. I think Ice Spice was probably the last person in New York that really blew up. So other than that, I'm really impressed by how well he's holding himself and how he killed everybody in the West Coast, to the point that if your job isn't done, that's when somebody else jumps in. Just know that. So when everybody's jumping in to rap against them, that just means that the person that rapped from the West Coast wasn't doing a good job. Because ain't no way y'all supposed to be jumping one guy. It's like 10 tracks.
Well, he dissed the whole West Coast. That's why. And most of them niggas are TD affiliated, so
yeah,
it makes sense why
But
they
it's
did
just
that.
they're not getting the allegations of them always jumping.
Because we don't know them niggas. Like, who knows who AZ Chike is? I don't know who that is.
I don't know who any of these niggas are.
Well, you know who? No, I don't know who that guy is. Daylight. I don't know who that guy is.
I don't listen to Daylight. Only thing I know him from is that battle rap he did where he took off his pants. Like,
I don't even know that. But
that's the only famous clip I've seen.
But what I will say is, apparently, to rap enthusiasts, these niggas are formidable opponents, because that's why. No, that's why they're having this conversation. The conversation isn't just that Joey Badass is like washing them. It's
that's the point.
Huh?
He's finish.
I said, so what I said was that, like, the conversation isn't just that, like, Joey Badass is watching them. It's the fact that, like, he's like what Drake did, 1v20, right? And these niggas are actually having bars back for him, and they kicked it up a notch, and that's where, like, it got a little funky. But these niggas are actually, like, formidable opponents, apparently, and Joey Badass, like, washed them on the finals. But up until then, it was, like, sparring. So
they were, and I hope they keep it on wax, because they did get a little disrespectful with some of the stuff there. They like some people are just shenanigans, and they ain't got no like stick to your bars. Don't start using gimmicks and stuff. Like, stick to the bars. Keep it rap. if you start tweeting stuff about dead relatives and stuff like that, like you're taking it somewhere else, and that's lame. But anyway, get your bars up because Joey Badass is definitely up one. Other than that, I did want to ask you. I mean, we talked about this off the pod. Carter 6. You said you're looking forward.
Hell yeah! What y'all talking about? Hell yeah! Yes.
Hell yeah!
Yeah, I want to.
Hell yeah!
Yeah, I want to know what Weezy got to say. Yeah.
I mean,
yes, I do.
I'm worried about what kind of Weezy we're gonna get because Carter 5 wasn't that good to me. Carter 4 wasn't that good to me either.
You don't remember them joints, that's all.
Maybe I don't, but I also remember not going to them. So for me, I haven't really had, I mean, I remember Harden was on one joint that was tough. The joint Mona Lisa with Kendrick, that was another good track. Other than that, I really don't recall any other joints that was just like, I gotta go back.
Carter 4 was with 6'7".
It's very easy for you to do what you're doing.
No, I know, but I know that you were too. But the reason I'm doing that is not to dispute you. I'm just going to prove that like the Carter 4 was good and the Carter 5 was bad.
You know who you're?
This is not against you.
You know, Kim Possible has that one nigga that be on the computer.
The nigga that's smart that tells her how to make sure that she's doing the right things.
I'm gonna be Kim Possible. You can be that nigga.
I mean, you dress like her. She used to wear a green top too. Stop playing with me, nigga.
beat me.
But no, the reason I'm saying that to you is because like for everyone that like said what he said without like remembering is that like the Carter 4 had hits. That's why John was what it was. We heard She Will with Drake. Those are big songs. So as far as I'm concerned, I mean I can keep going. 6'7", Mega Man. I want me to keep going. How to Love. I didn't like How to Love, but that was a big song for people. Didn't like it. But the point I'm making is that Carter 4, Carter 5, them joints was good. So
nah, son. Anyways, I'm not looking. I mean, I'm looking forward to Wayne. I'm looking forward to the album, but I think I don't know what we're gonna get from this Weezy.
This nigga's gonna be like, Wayne, I told you, I knew he was gonna do it. Remember this, because he's always gonna be like, I knew it.
He's my favorite rapper. Of course, I'm looking forward to his music, but I'm scared that he might fucking disappoint us because Wayne hasn't been Wayning. But shout out to, but maybe because of what happened, you saw his girlfriend on Mother's Day
broke up with him.
He broke up with her.
Yeah, that's right.
And she said, my daughter's birthday, and he takes care of us. And I'm like, so where did he go wrong by kicking you out the house? Anyways.
My Mother's Day.
That was terrible.
I was like, where did he go wrong?
He told her not to come back, and she came back. Just because you picked Mother's Day.
It was kind of crazy, because he was with that jump for a long time.
Yeah, he got back with her, too, after they broke up. But anyways, that's pretty much it. New music.
I don't care about Kali Uchis' new album.
I listened to it. It's very good. Kali Uchis. The last album was like mostly Spanish. It was given like Spanish love songs. This one, she's back to like mostly English songs. Really good album. Sincerely, that's what it's called. Album's fire. She makes very fucking good music. This album reminds me of Lana Del Rey's Ultraviolet. That's what this reminds me of. Y'all should definitely check it out.
No wonder
it was given like Lana Del Rey. So yeah, it's a really good album. I fuck with it. So listen to it and, you know, shout out to her.
Donda 2 DSPs.
So he released Donda 2. This is old.
Don't know if I care.
I listened to it. Donda 2 is kind of, I mean, it's old songs though that we've heard in the past because it was like 2 years ago that it came out. He let a few people finish their tracks. The joint with Future, he has like 2 Future tracks on there that are really good, but it's on DSPs, but it's under the name of Donda instead of
Kanye. Whatever his name is.
If anybody's interested in listening to it.
Yeah. Honestly, what I actually only care about right now is how the NBA is like back a little bit for right now, because we have 4 teams. What am I talking about? 4 teams, right? That are like 3 have never been this far ever, right? Or going to the championship.
All 4 of them haven't.
That's not true. The Knicks.
They haven't won in a very long time yet.
Yeah, but OKC, Indiana, and what's the other team? Minnesota. Mm-hmm. They've never like competed beyond the Western Conference Finals.
I mean, didn't OKC lose to? Didn't OKC? Yeah, they lost to Miami. No, they got to the championship. We beat them for our championship.
So none of these teams have won a championship.
Yeah, none of them have won a championship except for the Knicks. Knicks was 1970 something.
2. Yep.
Yeah.
So, but I think it's like it's interesting to see that LeBron, KD, D-Book, Steph, like these
OGs.
These guys that we still think are like very, very good.
They should be here.
They're not even to be found, right? And they've been taken out by these young boys, and like the plays that Ant put on the other night, and then Shay.
I mean, it was a 40-point blowout by then. So
yeah, but he cooked them though. He had 30 but in 3 quarters.
I know he all right. So I didn't watch. Okay, let me be real. I didn't watch that game, but the previous 2 games.
So many opinions that I'm watching.
OKC. I didn't watch this game, but the other 2 games where OKC dominated the fuck out of them. It's just I don't know. OKC's different.
I mean, they're gonna win. So
and was balling in those games too.
Yeah.
I think the only game 2 was the one he didn't score too much, but game 1 he was balling the fuck out. So he's always gonna ball.
No, I didn't. Anyway, see, I was gonna say that at all. I was just talking about like what happened.
Yeah.
So Ant went off. Shay went off. Shay is always gonna be hooping. But like,
what do you think about him getting MVP?
I think he deserves it. So I was in the barbershop the other day, and the barber was like, "Yo, like teams that have good defense, they always go all the way." I was like, "Yeah, like if you look in history, every team, the teams that make it to like the conference finals or the finals, they're top 2 in defense in
that
the league."
Boston team.
And so like, so Shea is number 4 in the league for defense and number 1 in damn near everything else.
I didn't.
So
know
he
that.
hooped. He's number 4 in steals. So,
oh wow.
And then when you look at how Caruso shut down Jokic in those last 2 games, crazy work.
Caruso was on Jokic?
Alex Caruso, yeah.
Are you serious? I didn't know that he was on that big ass nigga.
Yeah, so we was doing that, right? And then, so watching that was fire. And my coworker, she was on to something. Shout out to Sarai. She was like, yo, I low-key, I like what New York is doing with Indiana, but I really think it's going to be Indiana and OKC. And I'm like...
if it ends up being that, people think it's going to be boring. But regardless of that, the NBA definitely feels back. But I do think that it's interesting seeing that all the OGs are kind of out right now. And it kind of shows you that the new guard is in. And I think there's a new sheriff in town when it comes to these guys. Then also, did you see that graphic where they showed the last MVPs were all from the U.S.? Now, this whole year, it's all been international players. I think since... like 2000 and it started with Giannis then other people.
No, I didn't see that. But what I did see was how it's finally gone back to a guard winning MVP because it's been a while since a guard has won MVP.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was.
Then,
Harden. That was probably the last one. I don't know.
So, yeah, but I think so. What I was going to say is that Indiana and OKC in the finals might low key be what we want because they're going to stack up as far as like.
But
really well because Minnesota low key it's just Ant and Julius and like a few tertiary players. But whereas when you see Indiana full squad hooping, when you see OKC full squad hooping,
that would be
and
great.
Like, that's what I'm saying.
But if it's the Knicks and Minnesota in the finals, we have 2 teams who traded for both of their top players, which was Ant getting traded for
Julius Randle
and Cat, and a few other pieces that they DiVincenzo, what the guy with the red head. Yeah,
but he was in New York.
So it's just going to be interesting. He won with Villanova with the Bronson and
all the new niggas, John Sharp.
Yeah, they all were in Villanova together. So it's just that's a great storyline to have.
Yeah, but fuck that storyline for
I don't know. That's a good storyline.
No, it is. But like, I don't care about the story. I want to see a good game, and I don't think I think those 2 would be a good game, but I don't think either of those teams are ready, especially Minnesota. I think OKC's gonna get up out of there. My prediction is gonna be OKC and Indiana.
I like that. I'm not mad at it. I want Anthony Edwards to get a championship if anybody else doesn't. I think if he gets it, ain't nobody gonna say shit, and they gonna have no choice but to make him the face of the league.
No,
they don't want him to be the face of the league.
No, they do. They let him, but no. Shea is, mark my words on this podcast, Shea is the face of the league if he wins the championship this year.
Oh yeah, for sure. They're already trying to push him as the face of the league.
Already, the fact that this guy
he's
has
just
MVP,
international cool and not American cool yet, and I think that's the catch.
I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but as far as that nigga hooping, like the nigga hoops, and that's what
like,
they want.
I'm trying to say,
and on top of that, like you care too much about that other shit.
No, but that's true.
They don't care.
All right, let me talk.
But I didn't finish my thought.
I didn't care.
See, you just want to say something.
Listen,
go ahead.
At this point, it's like, who do the kids really want to be like? Do they want to be like Shea, or do they want to be like
Shea?
Ant? No, I think more kids want to be like Ant. As reckless and as crazy as he is, he's more relatable to the younger generation. And I think even watching that, they're doing the the Starting 5 series again, and they're filming. I think they're following Shay. They're also following Halliburton. So imagine what we're going to see, the footage we're going to see. But last year, seeing how Ant was and all the people that gravitated towards his part when his episodes were on, those were the ones that went viral. Everybody knows that's who they want to fuck with. But I think the NBA is kind of reluctant to make him the face with all the craziness he has with his personal life. But the boy hoops, man. He hoops.
Yeah, I mean, with all that said, I don't think the NBA actually cares as much as people think they do. As long as he don't beat up no women, I don't think they give a shit about that. Yeah. But I think right now it's gonna be end up between right now it's just a change of guard. Halliburton's making a name for himself. People thought that he was a bad pick.
People thought, man,
and then look at him. He's
his own team.
Even though that shit was corny, he pulled with the Reggie Miller shit. That shit was corny as hell.
Nigga, you knew he was gonna do that shit.
It was so corny.
But not only that, the fact that they had the anonymous poll that came out right before the playoffs of all the players who did the anonymous poll, and he was rated by his own team, by his own peers. Overrated over Gobert, who's won it 2 years in a row. It's like, damn, y'all really think this nigga's overrated? Man. And he went and did 3 comebacks already, and he's dropped 40, 30. He's been going crazy this whole playoff run. Crazy game winners, the choke sign. Stop it.
Yeah, that was corny though.
Stop it. Look, man, if I hit a game winner on the New York Knicks in Madison Square Garden in front of Jack Nicholson and all these fucking celebrities and Timothy Chalamet and his badass girl, what's her name? Kylie Jenner and all of them, nigga, please. And Jordan Woods, boy, I'm choking everybody.
Yeah. You saying it?
They're lucky I didn't get on top of the fucking announcer table.
You saying it more emphatically doesn't make it more corny. Come with your own.
That was not
That's
corny.
Reggie G. Miller.
It was the same day. You know that, right?
No,
15 years ago, it was up till that day. Of course he had to do that. That was what?
So,
he hit a
so shout out to
fadeaway.
Tyrese Halliburton. You know, you've been hooping. Indiana, y'all can go all the way.
Indiana's cooking. The Knicks were scared. They got lucky winning Game 3. I think Towns is balling his ass off. Though.
I didn't know he was that damn good. I mean,
I did. He was good, but this is a different kind. He's motivated in a different fashion, and he keeps going viral for all this.
I mean, at the end of the day, he's hooping. So
nah, son, the faces is wild.
You didn't get the joke.
He be doing some stuff, but other than that, that's really cool. Shout out to DDG for the term "my ball." I like that. Because that was so random. I just thought about it. I'm sorry, I just thought about it. That's my ball.
What you call it? But no, in the vein of like sports and shit like that Ryan Clark and RG3 storyline this week, that shit was kind of crazy. Like, I think, here's my quick op-ed on that, right? I think I already have a certain like thought process on men that marry white women, period, right? Just like most black men and there's that. But that whole thing that whole like exchange where he said that Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark because of all these random like occurrences is ridiculous. And you're sitting there with your white wife in the background doing whatever, right?
He was mimicking Angela,
and it was
Reese,
weird.
And his wife was like clapping and shit.
Yeah, it was weird, right? And so Ryan Clark, you know, he comes out and defends women. And he defends a lot of things, honestly. He's really articulate. But he comes out and makes these statements about RG3. Some were a little personal, but some I felt were truthful.
He said he opened it by saying some personal.
It's not personal, right? But like, I think that because he worked with him and played with him, he had a different like perspective on this man.
He said, you know what it is between me and you.
Yeah, but he also made really good points about the fact that like, you don't live in a space where you have to speak to a black woman, understand a black woman's plight. You walk around talking about some got milk, I'm the milkman, and you praise your wife on her skin color versus like the characteristics of who she is as a person. And it's weird. And I think RG3 got sensitive because that's what niggas do. When you hit them where it hurts, especially when you say it really clearly and that they can't defend themselves, you go and do what he did. And that's why Stephen A. Smith was even mad with him, because he tried to put him in a position to make him look bad. And that's why I think Ryan Clark apologized to him. But it's like,
I didn't know he apologized.
Yeah, he sent out an apology. But I think that apology, like, I mean, whatever. You didn't have to mention his wife, but his wife was sitting there on the podcast or in the video on the stream. So I feel like it's fair game. And you tweet about her and her whiteness all the time.
He talks about milk all the time. I agree somewhat, but I do think my coworker better shut the fuck up and not bring up my wife about anything. I don't care what we're talking about, but in the confines of us being coworkers and we might have a personal relationship, no matter how you feel personally about me and my family and how I run my business and things, there's no way you should just say the reason you think like that is because you're a wife in a public space. And I think whatever conversations we had outside of the public space, that should remain that way. So I do think Ryan Clark might have overstepped boundaries in that aspect. So as a coworker.
So it's funny you say that. So I was watching another podcast, right? And the conversation came how we're having the conversation, right? And then
why are you watching other podcasts?
Because I like podcasts. So this, and then in the same exchange that we're having now, the two guys were like sitting where you're sitting and saying what you're saying, and then he read his actual statement, and then they were like, "Oh,
I read the statement."
So in that regard to that statement, he didn't say anything rude, derogatory, distasteful. He actually bigged up your wife and said that the fact that
but you can't spit in my face and then say, "But your wife is more than the milk." Like,
that is up.
Like,
well, you
can make I think he could have made his point without saying that. We all know RG3 can be a little corny. He is corny. Like, he was my quarterback. He was our quarterback for the Redskins for a while. Like, he comes off as a Baylor guy. You know, he went to a Christian school. He was the man back then, but we could tell by the way he got his hair done that nigga wasn't him. Like, we've already talked about this.
No, for sure.
So Ryan wasn't saying anything that was as profound as he might have made.
I don't think he was trying to be profound.
The point landed better with the example of his wife saying this is the reason why you can't. But we honestly don't know if RG3 has black sisters, black cousins, black women in his life. We only see him talk about the white women, of course, but you can't just judge that based off of just the fact that he says the milk shit and think that he has no idea.
Isn't that not the world we live in? That's literally, we get on this podcast, right? And most of the takes that we're making and the conversation we're taking is based off of what we're extrapolating from what people put into the ecosystem. So if RG3 decides to put that into the ecosystem, it's fair game. And as far as I'm concerned, I get the defensiveness. This is the thing. When I make these statements, everyone has the right to respond how they want to respond.
Okay.
So I don't think Ryan Clark said anything wrong. And I think that RG3, what he said about Angel Reese and that take he made was ridiculous because he made an inference that was based on nothing, right?
Yeah, like,
and so hold on.
That.
So I'm going to tie it together. So like with all that being said, RG3 can respond and be mad at Ryan Clark all he wants. But I think that what really happened was that his ego got hit because he got socked in the mouth in a way.
He got socked pulled the rug out off his feet. Yeah. He definitely pulled the seat from up.
And so go respond how you want.
Yeah, but
Ryan Clark used to crack niggas, so try that.
I mean, yeah.
I'm just joking.
It still feels.
He changed the NFL.
No, but some people said that Ryan Clark is also. I mean, that RG3 is mad because he definitely got truck stick by Ryan Clark at some point. They were showing the footage, and it was like RG's salty about that.
Well, there you go.
But honestly, I still think there's a way to have these conversations without bringing a significant other in it. Fair. But RG3 is still a cornball. Niggas know that. You ain't have to tell me that. I know. We talked about this like 3 pods ago. The nigga,
he's weird. But you know what's also weird?
Anybody who glorifies their white women. Never mind. Let me just stop.
I mean, I think that anyone that sees a person for only the physical features and nothing more, or exemplifies that one thing, like you're diminishing all the other things about said person. But sidebar, I think it's weird that LeBron stands next to Caitlin Clark so much. I think they want him to do that. I think that
she's a Nike athlete like him. I can see that, but not only that,
he stands next to her a lot.
He does, but I also think because somebody said that they also showed other footage of him bigging up other black women in the WNBA.
I'm not disputing that. It's not a color thing.
But I do think the WNBA, if they want to be bigger and they want to stay up, they need to stop making everything about race. Like in sports, that's what I mean. We know the women get at it. But when it's a black woman and a white woman, they making it a race thing and they making it so controversial.
But you know what's funny?
It's so weird.
That's not the WNBA though. That's the people around it. And I think
but
that's RG3. That's those people that's doing that. It's not the WNBA.
Yeah, but the way they even covered the sport and they asked them those questions after the game, making it seem.
But those are reporters. That's not the WNBA.
You're right, but the fans in Indiana, the way they supposedly were talking to Angela Reese.
Cardoso with the miss. Angel Reese picks it up, which she's good at. Getting another offensive rebound. She says, give me that. How about another? Persistence trying to pay off. Jones gets a piece. Angel Reese won't.
When she takes free throws and saying certain words in derogatory terms, that's part of it too. The fanship over there is very weird.
But that's in NBA too. Like Boston, every player
supposedly, yes.
Not even supposedly. Players have come out and said they hate playing Boston because it's like that.
Mm-hmm. So I understand, but But that's not the lasting story. You know what I'm saying? Like in the NBA, let me finish. In the NBA, there are multiple storylines going on. There's so many different things. That Boston thing is 1 out of 100 storylines that is happening. Yes, it is known for that. But the biggest and brightest player in the WNBA right now is Caitlin Clark. So everything about her becomes bigger. Except that one of the things that is coming out of this is racism for no reason. Being that they are now putting her on the level of some of the greatest WNBA players, a lot of those women feel disrespected. So a few of them do take unnecessary fouls. They're pushing her, doing those things, whereas other people are saying, y'all realize y'all league is only getting these much views and eyes is because of her. So they're now trying to keep her protected, but what is happening is now they're making it a color barrier thing. And I think that's weird in the sense that this girl is elevating y'all sport. Y'all should just let it be.
I think what I'm disputing is, I keep saying is that, like, I'm not taking your point away. What I'm saying to you, that's not the WNBA that's doing that. That's all the powers around that's doing that. That's what I'm saying to you.
That's the same thing to me.
How? They don't control the reporters?
I think the NBA, I think they control that narrative. Caitlin Clark got fouled by Brittany Garner. Brittany Garner went on to the bench because I think it was like her 4th or 5th foul, and she says something, and they caught her on camera saying "stupid ass white bitch" or something like that. Mm-hmm. In the heat of the moment, yeah, for sure. But what happens is that goes viral, and now people think that it's just a race thing, and they're calling her that, and that's what I'm saying. So, yes, part of it is the fans, but some of it is also the players. And I think that's just what the league is doing to push their sport. And I think they're going about it the wrong way.
Well, you know what? I guess. I mean, I hear. I can receive that. I think that when it comes to black women, that especially in that sport when they've been dominating, and now this one white girl comes.
Hitting
and not even and the thing is, it's like she's not the first, right? Like there's a white girl to come in hooping.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like there's
Dana Rossi,
there's Sabrina, there's a bunch, right? And I think that the issue that people are having is that they're like, that's why I brought up LeBron standing next to her. I don't think it's necessarily like they're making it a race thing. I think what's happening is just this, like, why are you guys now putting her on the pedestal when you had all these other white players that have already been there doing this? And it's like, because it's almost like they want to create this storyline between Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark. Because Angel Reese said it specifically.
Angel Reese,
you know what she said?
Good either.
I mean, I don't think it's about whether or not she's good or not, right? Because they're not even talking about her. What they say to her all the time is, when they interview her, they ask her about Caitlin Clark. She finally had to say, like, y'all don't ask her about me. Why do you ask me about her?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And that's what I'm saying. I feel like they keep doing that, and it's weird.
I think that, yes, I just think there's something about that particular girl. And that's why I'm asking why LeBron's standing next to her.
I don't know. Something to pay.
Because I think LeBron's even getting paid to stand next to her. Like, I think there's something weird about that to me. But
you think she's a plant?
I don't think you plant threes. I don't know. The girl be hooping.
She do.
I just don't know why. But why isn't no one standing next to her? Like Lisa Leslie standing next to Angel Reese, teaching her how to do better layups. Her layups are crazy.
Her layups are bad, bro.
But they be going in.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
They just showed her making 8 misses. It was a viral clip of her doing 8 misses and getting 8 rebounds. That's how she keeps being the leader. Her rebounds are very much offensive because she catches her own shit.
I can argue that's
but comparing her to Caitlin is silly because one, they play 2 different positions, and 2, Caitlin's far more better and consistent.
Last thing, don't you think that when Caitlin fouled her, she knew what she was doing? She fouled her like that?
I think so, but I think that makes the sports great.
No, I don't think that's a bad thing.
That's cool.
But I think that she's playing into a narrative. That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
I think they're like.
You're supposed to juice it up a little bit.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, yeah. Like, get a little crazy. I like that shit.
Yeah. What's up?
But yeah, let's not make it about race. Hopefully, WNBA.
I'm hoping that's not the case. I'm hoping you're wrong. If you're right, I mean, that's unfortunate.
Shout out to Ant also. Supposedly Game 4 is coming up, and I just wrote this up. Mad random, but they said that he's the all-time lead scorer in Game 4s at 34 points per game. So the bets right now is that
in Game 4s?
In Game 4s, it's so random. It's such a very random.
And how hasn't he played long enough? Anyway, whatever.
He's been in the playoff almost every year of his career, though.
He's only been in the league for 4 years.
So that's enough for him to be the all-time leading scorer in Game 4s. You know they make up statistics for niggas that I know.
I was like, yo, like these made up ass statistics. Like, what?
I mean, hey, shout out to Ant.
But they need to be telling us how many Game 4s did he win. Nigga dropped 50 and lost. Who cares?
Oh, do we want to talk about Travis Hunter? Is that his name? Travis Hunter, yeah, him getting married to the girl, and everyone saying there was no prenup. And he looked mad. You talk about goofy. That nigga looked goofy dancing at his wedding.
I hate to say it. I wish I had.
Like if I look,
listen. He needs a tea kettle, and they need to ring that job.
He definitely needs to figure out his shit because. I like that she disappeared for a while, but supposedly she looks pregnant, and everyone's saying she's.
Who cares? The girl pregnant.
She's a little older. I think she's also older than him. So it's just his story about him and her, and when they went viral for everything, it just kind of looked like mad cheesy. Like, damn, you was chasing after this girl that didn't want you. Her brother had to tell her, like, yo, you need to like holler.
But no
at her.
prenup.
Like, and y'all talking about no prenups and shit like that. I mean, we honestly don't know, but that's the word on the street, supposedly. But
I don't think he's so damn
hey,
dumb.
man, you know when a nigga don't get joints and he get the joint. He really is smitten, and it's like
that's the weird thing. Like at that level, you get anything you want.
He didn't know that.
Everyone told him. Everyone told him. The internet blew up around him.
He should have hang out more with Shador because
Shador probably told him. Or they know something about that girl we don't know. But you know he don't got a family.
What Jay-Z
though.
say? You know who did you know what?
Well, you know who.
But we keep that between me and you.
Yeah. Poor fella.
Oh man,
listen. I hope. Please God, don't get divorced.
Pray for everybody involved.
Get a post up if you can. Do something.
I don't care enough about this next topic with the Kevin Durant picture joint that I posted.
I don't know what this is about.
But yeah, I don't like that guy though. He's an Evo dude. What's his name?
I don't know who this guy is. Here's the delete button.
I forgot his name. Anyway, it's that sportscaster dude. But anyway, I did want to talk about quickly for movies and TV. I definitely want to talk about Avengers. I don't even know what it's called. What is it called? Doomsday.
I didn't know.
There's too many spoilers. You know, they had somebody during the filming of it just walking around taking pictures and videos. Like, y'all have way too many leaks because I remember back in my day, the way Marvel used to hold down shit, nobody said nothing. I remember there was an embargo on everything. Nothing was leaving set. Nothing was leaving. Nobody was saying shit. It was like a fucking working for the FBI back then. Like, we didn't hear nothing till it was time to hear something. I remember, what's that little boy that plays Iron Spider-Man? Whatever his name is.
Timothy Chalamet?
No, it's not Timothy Chalamet.
What's the other white boy?
The other white boy. Tom Holland. When his ass was over there talking... His ass was over there. Yeah. In a weird way.
No, he got one. Ding, ding, ding.
Did we just talk without talking?
Yeah. He got one.
Anyway, Tom Holland, I remember there was a time where he said something during one of those interviews, and then he got a secret package that said you have 0 chances left to like spoil anything. Like, that's the kind of shit I want. The Marvel execs making sure that nothing leaks. All these leaks that I'm seeing.
But what if they're doing it themselves? Because
that's annoying. They're spoiling the whole movie. Like,
but like, why do y'all? Let me ask you a question. Do y'all watch this? Because I don't see none of the leaks. I
see the leaks because I pay because of what my algorithm follows, which is comic books and stuff like that. You remember when I was scrolling? Remember when we were just here scrolling? Those movie things just popped up about Jurassic Park. That's how my algorithm works. So you may have booties and shit, and
my shit just got fashion and shit like that on there.
Oh yeah, okay. I have like Dragon Ball Z and anime and shit.
No, I got none of that shit on there.
I actually like that.
I got furniture, plants, and fashion. That's it.
You know, there was a plant festival. Someone just told me there was a plant festival here in DC the other day, and that was cool. I never knew there was such a thing. But anyway, yeah, I'm tired of Marvel. You guys got to stop spoiling the shit. Stop telling us what actor is playing who's going to appear in the movie. Like, there's no reason why the Red Hulk should show up in the fucking trailer, y'all. Y'all stupid. It's just blowing me.
I agree.
Like, y'all take all the biggest things from us. Like, what are we going to be surprised about? All the cameos are right there on your fucking page. Y'all letting everything leak. Like, stop it. It's weird and it's annoying. I'm not looking forward to Avengers Doomsday. I'm going to watch it, but I really don't care. I don't know. You're not seeing any spoilers.
You know me, I don't even watch, like, I went to go see Sinners. I had no idea what the movie's about.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Sinners was fire.
great.
Did we talk about that last pod? I think we did. Right?
Yeah, I'm just saying, I don't watch trailers. I don't know anything. I just be like,
I love a good trailer.
I don't watch it. I lied. I'll see a trailer if I go to the movies or if you really got to throw it in my face.
Yeah. But I watch trailers, and whatever I see, I usually decipher or I peep, and I'm like, ooh, that might be good, or this might be all right. I can always tell from a trailer what's going to be good. Like Lilo and Stitch. Might be nostalgic, might not be for me. Like, but I've seen.
I didn't see a kid one, so I don't care.
You haven't watched Lilo and Stitch?
I'm too old. You were too old.
Really?
Yes.
No, that was fire. I don't know how old I was. They had a TV show and everything. I liked it.
No, I didn't watch that. But What are you watching right now?
Andor. You're not into Star Wars like that. Andor is a series on Star Wars. Even though Star Wars, I also believe that Marvel and Star Wars fans are probably the most racist. By the way, they need to stop doing that. It's very weird. But Andor is what I'm watching. Season 2 is really good. Finished The Pit.
Oh, it's a season. It's a show.
Yeah, it's a show. It's really good. It's really good. Like their episodes are all rated good. Last of Us 2, I'm watching that. But man, it's terrible this season. 7 episodes. It went down from 9. They cut down 2 episodes and they're giving us a new season.
Hold on, from 9 to 7 episodes?
Yeah, and the season finale was last Sunday. It was this Sunday, actually, yesterday. I didn't even bother watching it because I'll watch it when I watch it. At this point, what they're doing this season and how they're butchering it, dog, I'm not really fucking with it. As someone who played both games, it just feels like they missed the ball. They dropped the ball so bad after killing season 1. It doesn't make sense. And I don't want to believe that Pascal Piasco or whatever his name is really that good that he holds the candle to what makes that show good. Because I do think that actress can act, but damn, man, this is terrible.
I mean, when you talking about the nigga that got killed, right?
Yeah.
When they killed him, that threw me off.
I mean, it happens in the game though. It shook everybody because it was like,
I feel like it happened too soon. It happened like episode 3.
It happened early in the game, and the rest of the game is her going for revenge. And the way she goes for revenge is like some murderous shit, not this fucking da. That's what it looks like. It's like she completely forgot.
Well, I'm only episode like 3 or 4, so let me see what's going on.
The new season or the old one?
Season 2.
Okay,
that just mentioned he died.
Oh yeah, okay. I thought you saw a spoiler.
I don't watch spoilers, remember? But yeah, I say that to say like we'll see. I mean, I do think that some really good shows, especially on Max, if I think back, every season isn't always like amazing. But so I say that to say that like I'm gonna get through season 2, we'll see how season 3, and then after season 3 or mid through season 3, I don't know where that sits for me.
So for someone who's never played the games, you probably are watching it with such a different, fresh set of eyes.
Of course.
And it probably looks so like, oh wow, I didn't see that coming. But for us that played the game, when he got murked, we had no idea why he got murked. It wasn't until towards the end of the game they make you play as the girl who murked him, and you see why she went through what she did. So for them to reveal it that early, it was like, nah, it's like you took away from it. Then also there's parts like, it's so fucked up.
It's okay, let it go.
Yeah, man, it's so fucked up. Like, honestly, I think they deprived a lot of people of some of the best action pieces because of the storylines that they decided to skip.
Because episode 2 is nasty.
It was fire. It was fucking
amazing.
Fire. And that never happened in the game, which was cool. They had alluded that they've gotten attacked before by raiders and other stuff. So they've alluded to it, but you've never seen it. So for them to actually do that was like, oh shit, that's a new dynamic. That's cool. And of course, what else was going on during that time was tough. But his brother was actually supposed to be there with him. Damn. And that takes away from what his brother did. I'm spoiling the whole thing. Yeah. Anyway, the joint's fire.
So Mara Brock-Akil, she's...
What?
Mara Brock-Akil, she's hit it out of the park again with the show Forever. It just got picked up for season 2. For those that don't know.
So you watched all the teenagers kissing and shit, that show?
Yeah, like everyone else our age that watched it.
I laughed at them too.
You don't like black shows anyway, but
I do like black shows. Don't ever say that. I watch Abbott Elementary, nigga.
So, wow.
The voted fan over here.
I'm so happy for you. So, Mara Brock-Akil, she's done like Girlfriends and a bunch of other stuff that's been really good. But I think Forever was just really good. Coming of age story. And I'm curious to see how season 2 goes. But to be honest with you, I'm only curious to see how season 2 goes because I think they were good with season 1 of being done. Like
I think that if you got a hit, you got to push it.
No, I don't think that. I think that we live in that space where we think that we got to keep, like trying to fan a flame. But I don't believe in, me. I don't believe in fanning a flame. Like leave it where it's at. Like I think that it ended. It felt good. It left you wondering. Give it some time, and if you want to come back out, do it in like a couple years. Like because it happened in 2018. So anyway,
when people were just discovering it.
No, you didn't watch it, did you?
No, I didn't.
I could tell.
I saw clips.
So anyway, he doesn't watch black shows, like I said. So,
I do watch black shows.
Basically,
I just didn't want to watch. Nothing about that was exciting. The kind of shows I'm talking about, I'm watching.
Hey, let me finish my take on Forever. I want to watch
some teenagers falling in love for in the middle of Cali.
Because clearly it's more than that, and that's why grown adults are watching it. But
I lived it. I did. Fell in love in Cali.
I'm choosing my words wisely right now.
All right, then just keep talking about your show.
Stop fucking playing with me. I don't know why people be fucking with me. Like, I'm a good guy.
This nigga.
I'm a good guy.
This nigga think he a saint. He like Diddy, just standing there like an evil Marvel villain.
Listen, don't ever compare me to Diddy unless you're talking about making hits.
Take that.
That's a double entendre. All right, you know what, guys? Let's just move on to our parking tickets.
I'm sweating. You want to go further, or you want me to go?
My parking ticket. It's just gonna go to It's gonna go to the U.S. government every single time.
To who?
The government. Like low key, because I mean,
like I said, every time.
Because the part that's like interesting to me, there's no specific thing that's happened. It's just that like the folks that stood next to Trump, like Tim Cook and the folks at Amazon, Facebook, etc. They stood next to him, but here's Tim Cook like, oh nah, I ain't playing with you in these tariffs. So he gets his own planes and brings his shit over here. Now Trump's like, I'm gonna give you 25% tariff if you do that again. And it's like, and then Amazon's showing you the price before and after tariffs.
That's
and it's
so
like,
wild.
you bitch ass niggas.
Oh, but then they took it off after that.
Yeah, but them bitch ass niggas stood next to him and endorsed him.
They're fucking.
But then
bullies.
it's like. Anyway, so I saw that to
All
say
the
that
billionaires are
like,
doing
all
it.
y'all that voted for him, like, I'm gonna take a hit too. But I hope y'all feel that hit where it really matters, especially y'all niggas in West Virginia, in the Midwest, when y'all farm money ran up because the government money ain't there for y'all. Good for you, nigga. Like, for real. Like, y'all are so stupid. Like, I saw this thing on TikTok. I'm gonna wrap it up. They were like, we need to stop allowing people to think that facts aren't the facts and allowing people to just think they can have opinions based on their feelings. Intellectualism is a real thing. You can read a book, you can discern, you can be smart.
I agree. So my parking ticket is going to Remy Ma and Papoose. So I've been asked to be removed from several group chats during this episode. This is one specific one that I really need them to get us the fuck out of. Because for two people who are closely approaching their 50s, they are acting like dodos online, going back and forth. I never heard Papoose this much in my life. There's no reason I should be seeing him doing a 26-minute long live explaining these dirty secrets about Remy Ma sleeping with women. I think everybody knew she liked girls at some point. It's just like, honestly, the way they're behaving is very young and very silly and very dumb. And I expect that from, people. Honestly, I expect that from Carissa, who's younger and just turned 30. She's doing what any other girl her age would probably do, which is fight over a guy who's already taken. So at this point, watching her act and talk during the Breakfast Club is like, okay, that's understandable. But the fact that these two people who are the quote unquote epitome of black love, and this is how y'all treating each other, honestly, it looks whack. Then the fact that y'all dating the doppelgangers or the clones of your significant others, like they both look like the same people, just broker. Actually, Carissa probably got more bread than what's her name?
Apparently Remy wants him to go to work. That's why she cheated on him.
Remy, you know what it is? When a man is actually playing a supportive role, people always ask why men eventually have to be like, oh no, I need to stand on my own 2 feet. That's why, because they will never fucking respect you when you're just standing there being a supportive ass nigga while you're in jail for 8 years and I'm holding you down. You come back, you have the rap career, you have the hit. So now I'm putting everything I have on standby and then we working on you. But now you're a broke ass nigga. So now you're dating a battle rapper that looks like me and I knocked him out. That shit don't even make sense. What the fuck are you talking about?
Well, listen.
Well, what? They're dodos.
No, I don't disagree with that statement at all. Well, what I was going to say was the nigga been off his rocker. That's why, he's
Papoose?
Yeah, why the fuck you wait for her for 8 years? She just looked good when she came out. When she went to jail, she looked like Carissa. Now she looked like somebody else.
She's still 50. So I don't know. Anyway, just remove us out the group chat, guys. You guys both look stupid. You're not doing any justice to each other. And also, Carissa, girl, you're getting played. This nigga still loves Remy Ma.
She's not getting played. She's not losing anything. She's getting dick down. She's getting publicity. We didn't know her before him. Maybe some of y'all did.
Beef sells.
And she's not married. And on top of that,
we should start a beef with another podcast.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. But I'm
like the Joe Budden podcast.
I'm acting like I don't know the niggas before I even start beefing with you. Who are you?
We gotta go for the head. Go for Joe Rogan. You gotta take him out. He's the number one. He's the one. He the one.
And also, fuck everybody that keeps saying that podcasts are dead. They're not dead. Clearly, that's why they're more popping up. They're live.
And that's why Savannah's making one. Obama's wife is making one. All these people have podcasts because y'all want to know what people think. And some of these people are way more interesting than us. But honestly, they're probably not. They just have more money and more fucking production and more opportunities, but other than that,
Just a few things.
they just have a few things better than us. But
Give us a second.
They don't fuck with us. They ain't on our level. But at the same time, our heart is in this shit, and I do think any medium that you put your heart into will always work to your benefit. Shout out to everybody who's doing what they do. Streamers, YouTubers, TikTokers, whatever works for you, whatever's your niche, rock out, do your thing. Ain't nobody mad at you. Anyway, another episode. What was this episode?
Shit.
This was 30. This was 38, I think. This was 38. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is No Parking on Sundays.
Peace.
No parking on Sunday.